And I'll try to find other special edition versions of this Thomas in the near future. Either for the museum or for my loose collection. Whichever one I prefer. And depending on whether they're in the box or not. Alright, so next up, we have a solution to our Wood, Annie, and Clarabel problem. Well, at least for me anyways. This is the FisherPrice Wooden Railway Annie and Clarabel. Yes, I got Annie and Clarabel from Totally Thomastown. I do have them in the museum, and I'll admit the museum versions are a little better shaped than these ones because there's a few scratches here or there, but they are very, very minor. So, in all honesty, these coaches are going to look really good behind my Wood Thomas, and I actually have coupled them up behind my Wood Thomas. They do look great. So yeah, I got these ones specifically to run behind my Wood Thomas. Yeah, because, don't get me wrong, I like the Thomas Wood range now that it's fully painted. I just don't like those Annie and Clarabel models. Nope. No, I don't. So that's why I got these. Anyway, we'll take a good look here at, I believe this is Annie. She's got a very nice face there with windows at the front. And the nice detailing on the side. I think that's something the wood models are missing exactly. So the painted details. Plus, Annie's name is right there on the wood model. Yeah. Still, she does look really, really nice. And we look on the bottom there, it says Annie. And now here's Clarabel with the exact same face. Same level of detail, only with her name there instead of Annie's. And her name down there. So there we go. Annie and Clarabel. Thomas's coaches. So I can run them now with either the 2013 or 2015 release of Wooden Railway Thomas, or behind my Wood Thomas. I'll let you guys know. And you'll see it in future videos. Now on to some more interesting items. Say hello to a really, really rare piece. There's a slight bit of damage there, but otherwise, this is in perfect condition. Now I know what you're thinking. You're probably thinking, is that the Take and Play Sir Handel? Wrong. This isn't Take and Play, my friends. This is, in fact, the TakeAlong Sir Handel. Yes, this is TakeAlong Sir Handel. And the best way to prove it is to look underneath. 2006. Yes, so that proves it. This is the 2006 made, released in 2007, TakeAlong Sir Handel. I'll admit, when I looked at the picture, I didn't really look at the date. I just thought, yeah, that's the Take and Play Sir Handel. I might as well get it since I only have Peter, Sam, and Duncan in my loose collection. Well, now I know for sure this is TakeAlong. Yeah. TakeAlong Sir Handel. With that Season 10 base face. Looks really nice. There's his nameplate there on the side with the number 3. And a lot of nicely painted details. And he actually has a gold whistle. Really cool. Wheel arches. I'm guessing that's a sandbox, or it could be an oil box, I don't know. Okay, there's some slight damage to the cylinder, but that's okay. And he's a proper 042, which is really cool. Yeah. And he's got an open cab too. Really nice. Really nice. And he's actually got open windows on his back end. Learning curve. You really knew how to make great models. Now see, there's that slight bit of damage I was referring to. But that is very minor. Very, very minor indeed. So really, this Sir Handel is in great condition. I'll admit the magnets are a little loose, but I think that's on all TakeAlong and some early Take and Play models. I'm not 100% sure on that, so don't quote me on that. Plus, it's been a while since I've gotten into my TakeAlong models. But that'll change soon enough. But yeah, Sir Handel looks really, really nice. And I'm happy to have him in my collection. now we're moving on to another take and play Thomas. What's going on here? And a little more damage to the roof. Yeah, there's some slight damage here or there, but I decided to get this one. But it's not the same as that Thomas over there. This is in fact the holiday Thomas. And you know, the holidays are coming up, so I thought, why not get into the festive spirit by getting the holiday version of him? Yeah. So anyway, there's Thomas's classic smiling face from the CGI era. And then, that's what makes him special. The holiday banters. Yes, I know, that's pretty much all there is on this model. But you know what? He still looks really good. And it's a model I've always wanted to have, so yeah, now I got one. I know there's some damage here or there, but just for the sheer fact that it's a rare model indeed, it's still really impressive to have. It's still called Thomas. Still shows him was made in 2009. But, you know, with those banners on him, he really does look great. Really, really great. Who knows, he'll probably become my centerpiece for Christmas this year. I really don't know. Still got a couple of months to decide on that. Yeah, can't believe we're nearing the end of September. Alright, now here's a model I've been wanting for my loose collection for a while. It is the Take and Play Stafford, the electric engine. As you guys know, I do have a Take and Play Stafford in my museum collection. But I didn't have one loose. I've been searching for one to add to my loose collection, but I never found one till recently. Thank you, Totally Thomastown. Thank you. Oh yeah, Stafford the electric engine joins my collection. Anyway, there's his front end with his smiling face. The camera will focus. There we go. He's got some lamps on there. The classic Take and Play magnet. I almost said one really. And a painted buffer beam with painted buffers. There's his horn up there along with some windows. Sorry, I hit the camera. There's Stafford's nameplate right there along with number 1917. And the doors to get into Stafford's cab. It's got a lot of nice details down below. But what really surprises me about this model is the detail along the base of Stafford. Seriously, FisherPrice could have easily just said, nah, we're not going to put any details down there, just leave it blank. But no, they went above and beyond on this model. They really did. The detail is amazing. Simply amazing. Yeah. And of course, he is one of those Take and Play 2.0 models, which means he has the new wheels with the old style magnets. There's his name on the bottom, Stafford. And this is a 2012 model. So yeah, Stafford the electric engine. A great addition to have in my collection. And one that's been long awaited. Oh yeah, that's Stafford. Now here's an engine that some people like and others may not like, at least from the Take and Play range. This is Take and Play 3.0 version of Ryan. Yes, I got myself Ryan. I've always wanted to get Ryan for my loose collection, but you know, by the time I started collecting the Take and Plays take out of the boxes, you know, for the 3.0 range, it was already too late. They were already gone. So I missed out on getting Ryan new out of the box. But hey, along comes Totally Thomastown, and they have this model in stock. That is really good. There's Ryan's face, a little bit bigger than his actual prototype. It's got a black buffer beam instead, plus that round magnet, which I'm used to. Ryan actually has a very small nameplate there, plus piping along his side. That is really cool. And there's his wheel arch, the GNR logo there, which stands for Great Northern Railway, and he has a lot of nice lining all around him. even around his number of 1014. Yeah. Ryan, he looks really nice. Coal bunker there, which is huge on him. He only has 3 sets of wheels and 1 set of fake wheels on the back, but that's alright. Still an impressive looking model. It says Ryan there. Made in 2014. Still a good roller though, I will admit that. He is indeed a good roller. And a good looking engine, despite the fact he doesn't have a red buffer beam. And no guys, I am not going to give him the red buffer beam. With Take and Play 3.0s, they're very rare and hard to find, so I'm not going to do anything to this engine. If I do get a duplicate of this engine, well, then yeah, I will do that. But that depends on how I feel. For this version, he's going to stay as he is. Next up is an engine I've never been able to find in any store in my area. It is the Take and Play 3.0 Philip the Diesel box cab. And truth be told, this is my first Philip out of the box. I do have the Trackmaster version of Philip, and I recently did acquire the wooden railway version, but Take and Play and Adventures I've never been able to find. Yeah, that model's been elusive and really hard to find. So, yeah, when I saw that Totally Thomastown did indeed have Philip, well, I thought, okay, why not? Might as well grab him. There's the front of Philip. Some nice details on the front, like that face. He's got a red buffer beam. No paint buffers, and no painted lamp up there, but that's okay. His detail looks really nice, though. There's a 68 there. He's a very small engine, and a unique one, too, for he's the only one that I know of that has a rounded back end. And he actually has a lamp back there. How cool is that? Now, Philip, I believe, is based on the Pennsylvania Railroad diesel box cabs. So that makes him related to Hank in many ways. 2015. Philip. And I have been thinking about getting into doing remakes, so if I ever decide to do a Take and Play version of Philip to the Rescue, I could at least do that now with little Philip here. Who knows? Who knows? Still don't have any Take and Play track, but that might change after the train show I'm going to. Still, Philip looks great, and even though he doesn't have an open cab anymore, or at all, I should say, he still looks great. So, yeah, really happy to have Philip. Alright, next up, the last of the loose engines in this video. It's another model I've never actually seen in any of the stores I've gone to. It is, in fact, Take and Play Timothy. Now, I will admit that prior to 2014, when the new magnet version started coming out, that all the newest models always came out to the stores that I used to shop at. Even in New Lisker, they would always come out. Heck, how do you think I got Stafford in the first place? But when it came time to go looking for the Take and Play 3.0 versions of the Tale of the Brave engines, well, I couldn't find any of them, so I was out of luck. Again, Totally Thomastown to the rescue. Anyway, there's Timothy's smiling face, and he actually has painted buffers, even though they are really small. And he was one of the first engines to receive the round magnet features. He actually has a lamp in front of his funnel, which is a very nice touch. He's got the letters SCC on his side, short for Soda or China Clay Company. And yes, Timothy does have some damage to him, but you know what? I'll take him in any kind of shape or form. And he's also my first Timothy out of the box, because I don't have a loose wooden rally version or the Trackmaster 2.0. Almost said 3.0, but there's no such thing. So it's nice to have a Timothy at last. Now he's got a lot of nice details here, like the piping and the rivets. Wow. You can actually see the inside of his cab too. Well, sort of. This is just an artist's rendition of what Timothy's cab would look like. Plus with curtains. There's some nice details down there, like his side rods. And some steps. There's his back end with his oil tank. And his nameplate there. It's a really nicely detailed take and play model, I will admit. Timothy, 2013. I actually wonder if Timothy, Gator, and Toad, who were released around the same time for Take and Play, were they going to receive the old style magnets before the decision was made to go with the round magnets? I honestly don't know. If you guys know, let me know in the comment section, okay? Yeah. Still, Timothy's a great engine to have, and I'm honestly proud to include him in my Take and Play 3.0 collection. Alright, now we're going to move on to 3 items that are still in boxes and will remain in boxes. Here we have a wooden railway piece. Yes, my wooden railway collection is still growing. We have from Start Your Engines, the Ready Set Race Percy 2-pack, which comes complete with this nice looking Percy the small engine. That face really does look good on him, I will admit that. He's got some banners along his side and a little logo here that says Island of Sodor Shunting Team with Percy on it. Really cool, really cool. And he also comes with a cargo car with a cargo piece, but no ordinary cargo piece. This is in fact the starting flag for any race. Watch this. Cool, eh? It actually works. Yeah. Racing Percy. Cargo car. Nothing really to look at the back because, you know, this is a Canadian style release box, so no picture on the back. Still, really cool addition to have. And honestly, this has been one model I've been trying to get for a long time, and now I got him. And of course, he will remain in the box because of his rarity. Next up, we have from the Great Race, Frieda, the German engine. And to prove this is from the Great Race, there's the logo up there with Thomas and Ashima. You can also see the stands from the Great Railway Show. Now, Frieda didn't really get a lot of screen time in the movie, but, you know, she's still an interesting engine. And I'm glad to see that she at least got something into the merchandise range, because she has no Take and Play version, she has no Adventures version, and she has no Trackmaster version. Just wooden railway. Of course, that could change in later years. You never know. Anyways, you can see there's Frieda's face and her front end. I'm actually going to bring you up so that way you can have a better look at her. Smoke deflectors. Really nicely painted details. And actually, if you look down here, you see the German flag. How cool is that? She's got a very big cab. And there's her tender. But the number's 409 on there. And there's her coal load. Yeah. And what's unique about this model of Frieda is she actually has a picture on the back. So I'm going to assume this is not a Canadian release box. Yet it came from Totally Thomastown. That is really cool. And a rare find indeed. So I'm definitely happy to have this particular model in my collection. I think with Frieda and Ready Set Race Percy now, that gives me at least 49 wooden railway pieces from the FisherPrice range. That is really, really cool. Now brace yourselves for a very, very unique item. And probably one with the most creepy face I've ever seen in my entire life. Well, not as creepy as that ornament Thomas I showed you, but still creepy looking. This is a wooden railway piece. Thomas's Country Show Delivery, which is inspired by that season 15 episode Wonky Whistle. Now, here's the interesting part. It has that Thomas with that face. Remember this, Thomas? This is the FisherPrice version. That is the Learning Curve / Tomy version. Yeah. The Steam team did not receive the best CGI faces, and honestly, it does look kind of creepy to me. Though again, not as creepy as that ornament I found last year. But it's still really, 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 really creepy. But still, it's Thomas. Oh, and here's a unique thing. It's not Learning Curve. This is a Tomy release. So how cool is that? So anyways, you can see you get a stock standard Thomas here. Although with that face. Oof. And you get a very unique Sodor Cargo Company car. Or box cars it's better known as. It says try me. I think the door's kind of jammed on there. Yeah, it is. Ugh. It was working fine when I got it. Yeah, you'd have to get the packaging open just to be able to work on the boxcar, but I'm not going to do that because I'm just going to damage it. And I don't want to do that considering how rare it is. And see, up there it even says, as seen on DVD, up, up, and away. So it is a really rare piece. But I will tell you that the sounds in there are of cows. Yeah. That's what it is. And it still says Thomas down there at the bottom with Tomy's logo down there. So that's proof that this is a Tomy release, not Learning Curve. Still, it is a really nice piece to have, and as soon as I saw it on Totally Thomas Town's website, I figured, oh, okay, I gotta get this model. I just have to. Besides, I don't have any Thomas wooden rally pieces from the Tomy range. Well, apart from Renee's here, but that's a loose one. And I certainly didn't have one in the museum. Well, I do now. So, I'm actually going to bring this track over, put Thomas with Annie and Clarabel on there. And I'm going to bring over many of the pieces so that way you can see them better all in one shot. Okay. Well, you don't need to see all the track, but maybe just enough to give Thomas a good run down the line. Hey Thomas, where are you going? It's not time yet. Back up. Cheeky little engine. Alright, YouTubers. So that's everything. Including the extra pieces, the stickers, and the Totally Thomas Town card. Yeah. These are all really great pieces to have. And I am really happy that I decided to go ahead and do some shopping on Totally Thomas Town. I have known about this store for a long time. I wish I had the chance to actually see the store when it was open, but it's not open anymore. Oh well, there's still the internet store, and I'm glad that I shopped on it. And guaranteed I will continue to do so as time will go on. Though when will that happen, I don't know yet. That's for me to decide later on. Still, overall, it was well worth it, and I'm very, very happy with the purchases. So all I can say is thank you to Totally Thomas Town for having all these great products and selling them at really, really good prices. So thank you. And rest assured, I will shop with you again in the not too distant future. Now, my final words. Which of these items would I say is my favorite? Well, for Bandai, there's only one obvious choice. Dodge. For Take and Play, it's this 2010 Thomas. Though, I will admit, he's tied with Stafford here. Yeah. For the wooden railway, well, let's go with Lucent out of the box. It's a tie between Renee's new coat of paint and the Dale with Thomas 2013 coach. Yeah. For new and inbox, although it still has the creepy face, it has to be Thomas's Country Show Delivery. And of course, for minis, there's only one option, and that is the Pop Art Thomas, which is a really nice addition and a lovely, lovely surprise. So yes, guys, I definitely recommend checking out Totally Thomas Town's website, and I will leave a link in the description down below, so that way you guys can actually shop at Totally Thomas Town. Give them plenty of love, give them plenty of support, because they are wonderful. They are wonderful. Yeah. And now I got something else I need to do, but you'll see that in the next video. So I'm going to go ahead and put everything away and just get on to doing that next video. And until next time, my friends, I am ThomasZoey3000. Thank you so much for watching, and I'm signing off. Thomas, you and Annie and Clarabel can go now. Alright, see you guys later.